Profanity is good until our non-sponsors sign up, and all of a sudden they say, fuck.
Yeah, they look back to old stuff and are like, well, that Dave guy said fuck, so you just lost 10 grand.
Listen to this. Nobody has time to look back. The only people looking back are the people to stop you from going forward. And then they post this shit, and then they're like, oh, shit, we shouldn't have hired that guy. Yada, 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 yada. You know,
Roger, I got to tell you, I checked out a couple of your videos, and I really like your humor. I really enjoyed them, man. It's very funny stuff, man.
You like did you say humor or camera?
Both.
Thank you.
If you blend them together, it becomes a word that's hard to understand.
Humor. You like the humor. What videos did you watch?
All those they were like, what the hell do you call it? It was like a week ago. There were skits. They were like, 2 minute. They're all like 1-2 minute long. Just modern day issues with dating and marriage and, Are
we talking about the one that was on YouTube just recently? The how guys make bets?
Yeah, that's your latest. But I went to the channel and there was a bunch of other ones there.
On OOJLEOO?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Gentleman's Rant. This is a show that the Gentleman's Rant, there's over 100 episodes of this show, and I can promise you that my mom doesn't even know I'm in it. It's one of those, I've never been really great at like marketing myself and saying, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. However, I think I'm going to be great at marketing all of you in the work that I ultimately put you in. And I don't know, I want to roll on this one thing right here, although technically I am rolling over here,
recording now.
Periscope. So you know what? Let me
JLE. Yeah, that's the channel. Where life imitates art weekly, usually.
Yep, and we're shooting another video tomorrow, so I think that'll probably come out Monday because John's that fast. And
I like comedy. I like comedy writing. I was in a comedy band. We released 3 full-length albums back in Chicago when I was living there. And it was kind of like a parody band. And it was like a mix between Tenacious D and Devo. Somewhere in between. It's hard to kind of visualize, but that's what we were.
But would you send in a clip sometime once I get my cam twist / issues worked out?
Would I what?
You could. So ultimately, the goal of this show, Coffee Before Bed, is just really the ultimate behind-the-scenes show of what's going on in my mind, what goes through the lens, what we can get in front of you guys and see what works and what doesn't work, what entertains and what doesn't. Mm-hmm. But I think the power of the network is to show off other people's work and to be able to collaborate. And I have all kinds of ideas that I'm really just want to do versus sit here and talk about. But
I like your style. I mean, I like all the JLE stuff. Do you direct all of that?
I don't direct any of those. I write some of them. Tomorrow's episode.
In some of those videos, are you just?
I've always written on them, but the truth is John Elric is the mastermind behind it. He created the show, and then we developed it through my company, Waterline Pictures.
Right.
And we did that for a while until we moved to Maker Studios for a bit and a couple of years. And then, as I like to say, one of us got a job writing for Jon Stewart, and it wasn't me. But I didn't apply. So, but Trayvon, who just won an Emmy for it, so he's in the show. I'm in the show, John Elric and Will and Stevens. And
so you do some writing, but you're not the director.
I am not the director on any of those. Like I don't even know why I'm thinking about it, just because I'm that close to the channel. I know I'm like literally just an actor in it. And it's been great because that's like the one time I don't have to do anything. I just, it's like, if I contribute, great. And if I just show up and read my lines and be a rock star, that's awesome too. And it's a cool show, and send John emails and texts. And I mean, people always do anyways, but to bring back the Gentleman's Rant, which they will. Why am I trying to follow myself? You are a fucking idiot. Anyways, When you're the host of your own show, little just note, don't try to follow yourself. Just talk to the people. Why are you gonna do this? All right. I'm not even recording. Yeah, I am recording here, but I'm not recording elsewhere. And the reason why is because it's too much right now. This is not. I still feel like this is not the show. This is just the setting up, the behind the scenes of meeting some people and figuring out what we can really do. Were you on a few weeks ago when I met Jessica Pikey?
No, but you told me about it.
Yeah, so I have all this footage we've shot, and what's going on, Tucker? So soon on Coffee Before Bed, we will be watching those dailies, and I wish I could compress the time from when she got up here and I really got into it, and I said, I'll meet you anytime in Hollywood, and let's just get this. Let's film.
Okay. Do you want to do more of that? Like, do you want to?
100%. Like,
really?
I want to do that and keep that going. And I have concepts of how to like harness all this and do this.
So you want the project to be like formed by the community. It's like do you want to work around people that are interested? Like, what do you have like a better explanation of it?
David, who are you? Somebody on Periscope wants to know who you are.
Oh man, let's go to strangehuman.com. You'll see all about me.
Yeah, there. I'm showing them your profile.
Okay.
Maybe they can read that. Anyways, so look, guys, I'm already seeing some people stepping into the room here, and it's great. That being said, one question at a time. Yeah, I want to build a community. Literally, from it doesn't like I used to joke that I may only have 3 followers, but someday I'll have 4, because it feels so. 4 followers on Blab is like 300 on Periscope, because you can communicate. I'd rather talk to one person and understand the conversation than talk to 50 different people and have no fucking clue.
Well, make me understand it, man.
Make you understand what?
Make me understand, man. Your head's all over the place. It's like you have all these ideas. What, like, are you just kind of shooting from the hip every day with it, or?
Well, the title of this conversation is Improv Blabber, but what I mean by that is not just that this conversation is improvised. I mean that come on to this show. You're an actor. Let's start working on what's possible for you as a character, and then let's lens that. And
you'd rather actually shoot something and find someone by doing chats like this than to go to Hollywood and just have people try out for parts?
Yes, I would.
Okay, that's cool.
I would. I've done that before, and it's a whole
because it's real. It's more real, or what? Like, why is that?
I like to film life. I like to film movies straight from life. And I do it all the time. I don't release them pretty much ever so far. But I do have a collection that I've been building for quite some time. And I have a purpose for it. And a big part of this purpose is that until Blab, I was not able to do any two-way communication with people. And it was very one-sided. So when Jessica came out to set and met me in front of the camera, so to speak, we created a show right on the spot, but the suggestions came from Blab and Periscope. And that's for sure the one element that I want to incorporate back into it. So it's not that I want the group mind or need the group mind. It's that I love the group mind. I think it's an amazing space. So for right now, I can curate and aggregate. I don't need anyone to send in their footage to be a part of it. But if we could get those kind of participation to happen, I would absolutely want to incorporate other people's footage into what I'm doing. Because after all, the only reason I'm on here is to entertain people. And if I can't entertain people on here, I'll probably stop doing this and just go back to making movies. But I can, as I always say, I can keep making movies alone or with a very small crowd of the same people or whatever. But the idea with Coffee Before Bed, and it was invented on Periscope Live, was like, all right, listen, welcome to Coffee Before Bed, and this is the behind the scenes show. I've known for years I want to do a behind the scenes show. You can look at the Improv Network, which is a channel that I started and is on pause because on YouTube, because I didn't have the interaction. Trying to get an improv tweet from somebody is like, the life of a tweet is so short and nobody gets what you're trying to do.
Right.
So if I can take you guys to set and you guys can be there and you can be a part of it. Oh, sorry. I'm really screwing you guys on Periscope. I left your profile up there. You're famous now, by the way. So you're welcome. Anyway, so anybody who want to join this conversation, feel free. I've left the seat open.
So to like this girl, what was her name? Jessica?
Yeah.
What did you fly her out? Did you like?
No. She's in Hollywood. And
okay.
Yeah, and this part I was saving, but let me just do this real quick. Let me just roll on this. What the ding dong? No, I met Jessica on Blab, and I made the mistake of saying, tonight's your lucky night, because she was like, everybody says that, and you're so full of shit, and what are you doing, and who the fuck are you? And I was like, whoa, not ready for this.
Right.
So the next day-ish, I think it was actually 2 days later, we met, and I brought a truck fully loaded, ready to rock. It had just come off the project that I was using it on, so I was ready to go.
Right.
And I was like, let's get you in front of the lens, and let's create something in front of the lens, in front of a live audience, and let's not know what it is before we begin. And that's the kind of improv filmmaking that I know I can do because I've been testing it for years and figuring out how to do it. I want to make improv movies, but I only want to do it if people are interested in this process from the get-go. And if not, it'd be easier just to go make the movie by myself or with the people who make the movies and say, hey, guys, go see this movie that I made. But to me, that's the old format, and that's the old way of doing it. And I am a technology guy. At least
you don't like. Why don't you want to kind of package everything you just said and start like using social media to market it?
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to figure this out, is how to package this. And one of the things I'm trying to figure out actually is whether to brand it through one of my existing companies that I have.
All right.
Called Movie in a Box. And right now, I've always set that up as its most current form is it's movieinabox.tv if you're trying to figure out where it is. And oh, that's funny. I bet you 100K this is the show. This is the show.
Yeah, this could be it right here, man.
No, that's not the show. So I bet you – no, he was referencing the video that you saw, the bet. Is that Tante? I think it is. Did you change your name? Yeah, I mean. So anyways, how
much time are you going to give it to get the feedback you feel you need? You're just going to
probably until I'm so certain that all I need are 3 dedicated people that it won't take forever, because we just need those suggestions, and they don't have to be the same.
Doing what? 3 people doing what?
Just sharing the experience as it happens and giving feedback and hey, you should do a whatever. And we're like, all right, here's a whatever. And then from there, that's just the beginning. And then I'll take
3 actors or just any 3 people that are interested?
Any 3 people that are interested, which is all I need for the group mind I tried to get you in, come back. I don't know what happened there.
That's Mark. It's a buddy of mine, Mark.
Perfect. So All right, welcome back to Coffee Before Bed. It has been way too long. I'm still trying to figure this shit out. I got to get the editing down and everything in order to rock and roll, but I can't delay any longer just because life happens.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Good. Hey, David.
Are you still in jail, Mark?
Still in jail? What are you talking about?
That was a wardrobe joke. That was an orange jumpsuit.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Orange is the new black.
Any three people that want to get behind this project, you're just going to run with them.
Absolutely. That's all I need. See, people don't understand.
They don't even have to be actors.
Well,
what are they going to do? What's their role? What, just help you market or what?
Excellent question. And
Thank you.
Various answers. And I have many of them figured out. So, for example, in these three other boxes could be partners on the project with me that come in and then people can enjoy this. So you could be a producer, Mark, you could be a writer, and so could just be a spectator. And the four of us bang it out and we look at this scene by scene, shot by shot. Hey, here's actor 1, here's actor 2, here's actor 3. And for number 1, we say you're a bimbo. For number 2, you're a hooker. And for number 3, well, I can't figure that out. We'll talk to you next week. On Coffee Before Bed.
I see.
All right.
Oh, we're on the record, I just realized.
What's that?
I just realized we're on the record.
Yeah, we're on the record. So
I haven't got my face on.
Oh, that's all right. So anyway, so that is the big plan, and it's like I want to be like coming soon after I figure out Cam Twist. It's like, you know,
I'm still figuring out Cam Twist.
Yeah, it's like
Cam Twist.
Well, I figured out that my old iMac over here cannot handle it because I don't have the right iOS. Now I got the Cam Twist up on this computer. I'm playing with the formats. I haven't blabbed in like 4 weeks because I took a gig and I was like, I gotta nail this gig. I can't mess this up. I have to not do anything but that thing. And it was like right as Blab was getting going.
You blabbed like a week ago, man.
I did because I finished the project and now I'm waiting for just, make the master. So, but before that, there was a lot of work, a lot of, I just didn't want to blow it. And
hold on here. So everything you described about the improvisation where we're playing different characters, say we do that right now, and after that, then what? Then it's like Mark and I are done with the project, and then you just find 3 new people?
No.
Or is there a recurring
the recurring thing? So tomorrow night you could check out the dailies based on what we talked about tonight, and then tomorrow I'll go shoot it, and then if the process was quick enough, boom, on the next episode we would either be looking at character 1, 2, or 3 that we talked about on here, or all 3 of them. Does anyone understand what I'm saying? Or am I the only idiot?
I mean, that sounds like a tryout. It's like 3 people are trying out for a role, and you pick the best one, and you work with them more.
No, it's not like that. It's more like
it's not a competition.
It's not a competition, although I think because people are used to acting being a competition and getting in front of my lens, if there was enough demand, would be and feel like a competition. But my goal is not to – I have ideas for competition shows, but those can't even happen until we build a participation network that kicks ass. And we have to do that as a community. And I have an idea for that as well that I want to introduce to you guys. But I don't want to do it right now. This is like what is this like? This is like getting your prom date and then telling her all the things you want to do with her before the dance and freaking the shit out of her.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, so I don't want to do that. I just want to come on here and go, it's been too long. I want to say hi. Like part of me doesn't even want to blab unless I have on my face, so to speak, my camera recording here, periscoping here, and being able to have this communication, because these are 3 different systems. These are 3 different tools in my mind. These are all capable of of doing different things. You know, I have other ideas of, you know, that include other technology ideas of ways to share this, whether it's through Ustream or there's Vimeo links and certain things so people can enjoy what we're talking about, or that you can get packets ahead of time before the show and then watch them and then come on and see them, and maybe those come out 24 hours in advance or however. But it's supposed to be for fun. And at this point, I just want to find out from you guys which parts of this you think would be fun.
What's it going to take for people to just latch on to this idea, man? What's it going to take? What do you think it's going to take?
Well, it's going to take me doing it consistently, for sure. There's no doubt about it that when it comes to the internet, you have to have something that's not only worth sustaining, but that you do sustain. And as soon as you stop, people kind of forget and you lose momentum. And we've gone viral many times, and we have over 80 million views with the Gentleman's Rant. And
oh, that's good.
Yeah, and the biggest video that we ever had, and I probably shouldn't disclose too much of this, was 11 million views on one video. And it was, I don't think I would have gotten, it might have been Yom Kippur dinner. And I watched it literally go from 300,000 views to over 1 million, like the night before. And I'm like, this is like once in a lifetime. It might have been Rosh Hashanah, and I didn't push the envelope. I don't remember. Bottom line is this.
Got it.
Am I making any sense, or is this thing on?
Mark is ready to play a role.
Yeah.
For you. He's ready to do some improv right now. I can tell.
Totally.
I mean, you can tell. So why don't you give him something? Why don't you give him a character to be?
Mark, are you an improviser?
No, not in the slightest.
No, okay. So the question is do we have any improvisers out there? I wasn't ready to test this part tonight, but I'll do anything.
Thanks, David.
Right now.
Mark, I mean, damn, dude, you should have just said yes and gone for it, man.
What do you do, David?
I'll do it. Whatever, man.
So,
do it.
So the idea would be that I would design a character for you.
All right.
That would be the beginning of this.
As long as I can take my shirt off at some point, I'll do it.
Well, I would say that point is now.
Right now, you ready?
Wait, hold on.
Actually, you're not ready, man. Come on, let's do it.
I had to cue it up. Let me have to get a second cup on coffee before bed. Even I might sign off. All right.
I'm not wearing any pants either, so
all right.
I'm ready for that part.
The internet's
Is this some kind of blab porno? What's going on?
Well, I mean, it's improv. You never know what's going to happen.
You never.
Oh, I've just got a pizza here to deliver.
All right. So the point is this. I mean, do you have acting dreams or desires? Oh, wait. We have comments on the side. We haven't even. You know, I want to. Long time no see. Miss you. Come on in. Come on into the room, Evolved, if you want to do it. Did I install CamTwist for you? Didn't I install CamTwist? Was that? Yeah, that was you that did that. It didn't work. Okay, so let me get through some technical stuff. Jens, yes. I've been trying to, like, in my mind, communicate and be like, hey, it didn't work. And it's not working because I don't think I have the latest version that I need on the software, but it did work on this other computer that has it. So it couldn't be nice to have been acknowledged that I'm here.
What are you afraid of, Roger? We're ready. I'm ready to do this. You're dodging.
Okay, hold on. We're going to do this.
Mark is ready to go.
No. Read the comment from Jens. So, yes, absolutely. This guy was an early brewer on Coffee Before Bed. His name is Jens. His photos are out of control awesome.
Wow.
He went to my computer, installed CamTwist, and I totally made it like I was paranoid and worried that he was going to hack me, which could happen. I mean, it's a real concern, but I trusted him on the internet to come into my personal, remotely desktop and thank you. And I think you did take offense to it that night. and I knew it. And if you didn't, well, then I'm wrong. But if you did, I again apologize. But you are very talented.
I think he's gone, dude.
No. Is he?
Yeah, I think he's gone.
Oh, well. That sucks. All right, so I guess you did.
Moving right along.
All right, yeah, right. Anyways, let's just look. We know, I'm just looking at some of the comments, just to make sure that we're good and whatever. Anyone want to join this open seat? Any actors out there who want to give Blabber a shot and save David from the humiliation that he's about to do? Or David, would you like?
No. That's already locked and loaded. That's happening.
All right, David. It is time to do this. So we're going to give you a minute. Somebody time out a minute. I don't have a timer, but time out about a minute. I'll just look at the clock. Here we go.
They asked if I'd take my shirt off.
No, but do it in character. Do it in character.
Oh, okay. I
don't want you to look at the camera. I'm already going to give you an adjustment because I just don't. We're not here. Just get in a space.
I'm in a space. Where am I?
All right, go off of that. You don't know where you are. Action. Wait, I got to cut. Maybe not. Put it back on. Put it back on. We're going to do this again. We owe you a proper start. I may have to mute myself. All right. So here we go on Improv Blabber. We've got David Werber up. And this is happening. This is a trial run, but we're doing this. Anybody feeling it? Here we go. And tweet this stuff out. Tell a little bird, get the party started, and let's see what's possible. Here we go. David, a little less big. Action.
Where am I?
All right, we're working out the technology here, guys.
I don't know.
I've never seen.
Here we go. This is happening. How do I mute myself? I'm turning myself off because and by the way, I've directed comedies before and non-comedies. In both situations, I've had to remove myself from set as far away on a long cord because I crack up loud.
Do you know how to mute yourself, Roger, or not? You just click the little microphone in the corner. The little speaker sound.
Action. I don't know what I'm supposed to do right. Oh.
Okay, keep working with this. Stay in this mode. Don't break it just because we're all.
I don't know where I am.
You don't know where you are. You're on the internet.
Am I supposed to take my clothes off? What? Why does it always go to that place? I'm gonna just take them off underneath. That's all I got, Roger.
I think social media just took a U-turn here. But the truth is, David, you did a great job. For the first guy to do Improv Blabber, thank you very much. You proved my point. It can be done. Michael,
that was incredible.
Did you enjoy that?
Oh.
So here's what we're going to do. Well, that was good. Don't worry, we got it all on film. So, the question is this, David.
Wow, that was intense.
That was intense. You emoted.
Yeah, I just had to go to a different place.
Yeah. So, let's take a quick little note here, right? And let's work this out. This would be the steps. What city are you in, David?
Look at this guy. He's already got he already has like
a gift.
about it.
Oh, can I save that? Oh, I was so saving that.
Oh,
I'm gonna do that.
all right. Hey,
That is hilarious. How do I save that?
all right. The question is this, Jens. Did you hear me give you props and tell everybody how awesome a photographer you are, and then I let you hack the system? Were you there or not? You did hear it. You did hear, guys. Don't scare me. The guy heard, okay? Somehow they hear. All right. Anyways, great to see you. I so was hoping that you would return to the show when I returned. And yes, I went out and filmed with Jessica. We had a great time. She brought a friend who also is an amazing improviser. I kind of knew Jessica was going to be great. She was amazing. And the show that we shot rocked. And why are you guys laughing?
It's just laughing.
I'm just trying to figure out how to put up a GIF like 3 seconds after I was done.
This guy is amazing.
I mean, it was like ready, like right when we started, he was like ready to start creating it.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to explain something to you.
And he captured the best part of the whole thing, too. That was like crazy.
All right, here's the thing. Jens, you know I love you. I am accepting you into this this room. Wait a second. Okay. The thing is I'm going to answer your question right now, David. How did he know how to capture that?
Yeah.
We've had a conversation before. Jens is an early brewer on coffee before bed.
Nice.
And as soon as you send an email to coffeebeforebed@gmail.com, Tony, can you throw that up in the comments down here? I'm showing you the power of the network. Now, Jens accused me at one time of, hey, you're using everybody. Right now, I'm just trying to figure everything out. And I think he knows that. I think Jessica knows that. But regardless, those dailies are coming because the movie has already been shot, at least the first day of it. And the fact that Jens pulled that kind of clip is the power of what we're going to be able to do as a community and how we're going to entertain people and how we're going to get this going. And the only question is, for me, is whether or not I use my own brand, Movie in a Box, to figure this out, or if I just keep it Roger Roth and Coffee Before Bed for now and not mess with my brand, Movie in a Box, which right now, as a rental company, is exactly that. It's everything you need to make a movie already ready. All the gear on a 10-ton truck, a 5-ton truck, whatever you need. It's in a box. We can get it to you anywhere in the world. But it is in that form a rental company, which in my honest opinion, while we can get you all that gear, that's not why I built it. Why I built it was for the kind of participation that we can do as a community across the world. You know, if Mark was an editor, we could be sending him the footage. He could be editing it. The films could go out. They could monetize, and he could get his share. Jessica, just for the record, Jessica asked me, well, do I get paid? And I was not ready for that answer. And I'm not sure that I'm really ready to get too much into it right now. But absolutely, there's a monetization plan in place. And Jessica is signed up for that plan.
Yeah, the people who, without the sense of adventure, will not get involved. And also the people that need to know how much they're going to get paid before they even start, they're not going to be a part of it. It's got to be the people who have that adventure of not knowing where it's going but want to be a part of it, right? It's crazy.
The other thing I got to figure out is, do I want to market this as improv? Because improv, in my mind, is like, hey, I have a character. I'm working on this. I've got David, and we're trying to figure out. Let me just make a note real quick for you, David. David is I don't know where I am, right?
Oh, that was so special.
So there's other purposes we could do out here as well that we can use this room for, and we will, and I'm ready for them, but I don't want to just keep dumping ideas that may or may not make sense at this point in the game. I just want to figure out how the hell to get Cam Twist to work, which I could do a test because I got it on here now. In fact, I am going to do a little test.
That's pretty much what you say whenever you get lost when you're trying to make a point. That's your safety net.
What is?
Just go back to cam twist.
Cam twist. That's my safety word.
It is. He'll start going off on a rant, and it's just out of nowhere. It's like, but we just need to figure out cam twist. That's just how you sum everything up.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Pretty much. You were about to do it right there. You're about to do it.
If I panic, I'm going to cam twist. If you're on the internet and you lose your place, just say cam twist 3 times, and nobody will know what the fuck you're talking about. All right. So, how you guys doing on Periscope? Is there really one of you, or is there like, it says there's one live viewer, and then when I get off of Periscope, it always says like you have 300 viewers. Why does it do that? Does anyone know?
People come in and out, and that counts as a viewer. If they like jump in and then go out right away,
yeah,
it counts. So you might have 100 people just do like a quick 3-second drive by scoping.
Wait, hold on. Jens, hey, I think that night was a bit intense. It was. Wait, don't start cam twist yet. Follow these steps and it worked. You need to start it. Set everything. The problem is that because the browser is currently using your camera, so cam twist may not see it, meaning you need to leave. Meaning you need to leave. Close your browser, start cam twist, then add your camera into it. Then open Chrome, come back into Blab, and rejoin. My question is this. I think I tried that. Don't start cam. It just didn't find my camera in it because it was all tied up. But it's an older version of iOS. It's only iOS, 10.6.3. I should have been fine. I wish I, maybe I can copy those notes here real quick. All right, I'm copying your notes, and I'm going to put them into my stickies here. I'm going to try that later. I'm not going to mess with a live audience like this and not. Really? Oh, cool. All right. I got him there. So anyways, so David, did that make sense to you? A little bit what I'm trying to do? Or is this just like, holy shit, this guy's...
I think I understand. It's like...
Which is why I just want to show you guys. Like, and I want to... But I need a...
crowdsourcing video project.
Yeah, it's definitely crowdsourcing the behind the scenes of a video project and making it open to guys like you and saying, you know what, for this one project, it doesn't matter. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah, so to build this movement where nobody knows where it's going, I guess that's kind of interesting, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that would be one way of saying it, but I know where it's going.
You do?
Yes, of course. I have the path figured all out.
But the content changes every day. Like you don't know what you're going to see. And
oh, perfect. Awesome.
All right.
That doesn't scare me. That scares everybody else, which is why
it doesn't scare me at all. I like stuff like that.
Everybody says they like stuff like that, but I promise you, there's been so many actors that don't want to participate because it's improv, which means I must not know what I want to do.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because they want to know. They want to know how much money they'll make. They want to know where it's going. They want to know if it's going to help their career. They don't want to do it if it may hurt their career. It's
You sure, but improvisers understand it.
Right.
Actors who only deliver lines don't understand it, don't want to do that because they're not improvisers. But for improvisers to be able to start making a movie literally the way I see it right off the noggin is where this is headed on Coffee Before Bed. It's good to be back. I missed all 5 of you. Anyone want to join this show?
I'm gonna duck out, Roger.
Good seeing you.
I have this burning desire. Like I want to know where this is going.
So come back to Coffee Before Bed as we get it going on.
And I feel like I want to be involved, but I don't know. But
well, you don't have to make the decision tonight.
That's true. That's true. Just let it simmer.
Just let it brew on Coffee Before Bed. That's the idea. It's not about like having all the answers. This is about Coffee Before Bed is the show where we figure it out.
Yes. This guy's name is Sven? Sven? This guy? Evolved photo?
Oh, Yen?
Oh, Yen.
Yeah.
Check. You say check this out. What are you talking about?
Are you talking to him? Oh, add David. Check this out. Yeah, all right. Wait a second. He's going to do something.
All right.
Can you hold it?
I can hold it.
Go for it, Jens.
Do it, Jens.
Waiting. Oh.
Wait. I can only wait like 45 minutes here.
Right. I do need to be consistent and I'll build an audience. There's no doubt about that. And that's why I just kind of have not been around lately because I figure when I come back, I'll come back strong. But this Cam Twist thing has not been working. But I think it's working now, actually. Let me just test it. Well, I'll test it once David leaves.
Yen, I'm out. 2 minutes. Tell me what I'm waiting for here.
Hey, Tony, how are you? Tony, you want to come on?
All right, I'm out, Roger. See you, buddy.
David, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching Coffee Before Bed and coming on the show and being awesome. All right, guys. Okay. Very funny. Probably very true. All right. Anyone on Periscope out there? My live viewers? I can never tell. Anyways, you're watching Coffee Before Bed on Periscope, and we are still just kind of back to doing the bummer he bailed. I was going to show him the pic I made and the clip. I think he may still be watching. David, if you're still watching, and it shows that you're here in the room, it says I was going to show him the pic I made and the clip. This guy's an amazing artist, and I can't wait to see it. Why don't you go ahead and show it? He might still be in the room, and if he is, he'll come back. But I doubt he's going to wait around, considering he's halfway gone. Super fast. How you doing out there on the Periscope? I know I have not been consistent, everybody. I'm not going to be consistent until I get the technical set up and be able to, have the whole process where we can shoot something, edit it together, and then play it. He says, still here. Go for it. Jens, go ahead and show it. He's still here. Hey, David, step back into the room, will you? And he'll show it, I bet. Probably wants to see your reaction. Here we go. There he is with his shirt on.
Shirt currently on.
Currently on.
What you got, man? I'm here. What do you got for me?
Well, maybe he's uploading. I don't know. Here we go. There it is.
What we got here?
Don't be hating. Ah, yes. Very cool. I love this artwork. This was from a different show. And Jens, did you ever send that to coffeebeforebed@gmail.com? I think you did. But he made that the very first time I ever met him. And that's the power of the community. And you know, just frozen. You know, for whatever it's worth.
See, Yen is like, he's promoting you right now.
Yeah, and likewise. See, we have a good time, but you should watch the clip. It's under his profile, under replays, or wait, it's under App Makers US's replay. I didn't know that. I wonder if I can copy that whole thing and put it into a note. Anyways, you know, part talk show, part, you know, science class. Why is... Oh, it's under the stickies. Stickies is probably not the best way to be doing these notes. Stickies is where you go to panic when you copy and paste. Yeah, it went on there. That's cool. Let's see. And David, just FYI, I'm not paid or anything. I just think Roger has a crazy artsy mind like me. Some people get it, others don't.
Yeah, that's cool. I wasn't like ripping on you or anything. That's cool.
No. I don't think he thinks that. I think it's just, it is one of these things that some people get it and some people don't. You know those like 3D art on the street and you have to stare at the glass to see the art come out in 3D?
Yeah.
And until you know how to do that, like you actually have to look at the glass and then look at the picture and then you're like, oh my God. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm doing. And I could tell you improv this or improv that. Most people, when they think of improv, you know what they're thinking? That crappy stuff they saw in front of a black stage where it's like, hey, what's going on, Joe? Oh, yeah, what's going on, man? And they see bad improv, and then it's like, so that's why part of me is like not even want to use the word improv. Improv is almost like the code word for how it's done. You know what I mean? Versus, hey, David, you're the guy that you don't know where you are, and you keep taking your clothes off everywhere you go.
Well, whenever I get confused.
Whenever you get confused.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a key note there. So I'm going to add that. So whenever he gets confused, he loses a layer. Right? But the point is we're designing this character right now. Now, let me ask you some questions, right? Let's give this guy a name. Let's give this character a name.
Okay.
He's based on you right now. Let's that was the first show with the girls he's talking about. She's hilarious. I'm the white guy with dreadlocks and gold Elvis.
Oh, nice. That's you. That's cool.
Yeah. So like I'm building just the foundation and the network. Like, Tony, are you here? I don't think Tony's in the room. I think he. Yeah,
I mean, if
no, he's here. But like, you know, if I said, hey, you know, let's keep the graphic of the show coming up, coffeebeforebed@gmail.com. Boom, that'll be there because Tony and I worked this out when we were still trying to figure this out on Google Hangouts.
Right.
Which was a disaster, by the way. And we have to get Rufus back in here. And we have to check on the girl with the liver. We were trying to get a girl with a liver. And that's a long story. Anyways, it was very frustrating trying to save somebody and get them a liver doing it through Periscope because it was tough. And I don't think we accomplished the goal. Where was she from? Newfoundland? Anyways, so Roger, I think what it comes down to is I should be your voice, you be the mind. I'm open to anything at this point. So let's continue the conversation and obviously continue the it bothers me every day that I don't go on Blab. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm losing an opportunity here to be an early person, an early bird on this network. Because if you look at all the top Blabs, there's only like a couple hundred people watching at one time. I mean,
that's rare to be, even that.
Yeah, this place has not been flooded by everyone yet in any way. This is an early network. And the truth is you need to develop your show so that your show can be on any platform. If you're trying to build your shows, and a lot of people who watch me understand that I'm a filmmaker, I'm a comedian, and I want to help you build your show. So, David, if you want to build a show and you would like to have this character, you can have him. I don't need to own it, right?
Okay.
But that being said, what I would like to do is a little market research with you real quick, as long as you're still here. And if you need to bear.
Go ahead.
You got a green screen set up. All right. Well, we're going to talk.
If it ever gets awkward, you take your shirt off and make it more awkward. Yeah. That's how you deal with things. There he is.
There he is. I don't know. Oh, that's a bottle opener, maybe? All I know is it's a graphic.
Jar of lube.
Is it lube?
The tube of lube.
The tube of lube. Is it just his voice?
I can't hear him. I don't know what's going on.
We can't hear you. I don't think he's in yet. All right. Anyways, this character, right? This is the start. But, I don't know where I am. Whenever he gets confused, he loses a layer, right?
All right.
Let's give this guy a name.
Tim Dazzle.
Tim Dazzle?
Yeah.
Is that a name you just made up or something?
Yeah, I just made it up.
So his name is going to be Tim Dazzle. All right? All right. So if I find someone else to play Tim Dazzle, would that bother you?
Maybe a little.
Why?
Because, man, we just had some mutual creativity and we came up with something together, and it's like we're connected in that way. Our brains are connected, and then tomorrow you just cut that connection off, go with someone else. I'm like, all right, screw you guys.
See, and I just want to talk to everybody else but you. See, I think that's how people normally feel, is like this connection's going to be lost. But let me explain it to David.
Okay.
That's not the case at all. You want to play this character, David?
Sure.
Tim Dazzle?
I want it.
You want it. Okay. It's yours. That being said, we could find someone else to play this character, and now you're sitting in the box with me, and we're looking at dailies of Tim Dazzle, and we're figuring out who the fuck Tim Dazzle could really pull it off.
Okay, that's cool.
I live in Hollywood. I don't know everybody, but I know some people who can act.
Oh yeah, dude. I like.
But my point is this: I could bring you a guy, Tim Dazzle, until we find Tim Dazzle.
All right.
The point is at that point now we've got someone else playing Tim Dazzle, but we're pulling the strings.
Sure. No, that's cool.
I like that. Does that really bother you still?
No, I actually like it better.
Exactly. Now there is a path to monetization for that as well, for the seat you're sitting in as the guy who
pulls the strings.
As there is a monetization path for the guy that plays Tim Dazzle. As there is a path for me to monetize off of the content and any other necessary
but you don't want to like go any deeper than that in terms of an explanation for people right now. You just want people to know that there is a monetization strategy there.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's all going to ultimately be accessible via a website, and you're going to be able to click on that and just see the legalese, and you're going to agree to it or not agree to it. You know that I'm rebroadcasting this on Periscope, but let me ask you a question. Do you think I need to even tell you that? I'm recording this here, but
oh man, yeah, I'm not the guy to ask for that.
Yeah, that's a lawyer question.
Yeah.
At this point, I think everybody kind of has a sense that it's being recorded. You're sitting in front of a camera. You're on the internet. Good luck not having it show up with your shirt off. And by the way, that happened to me this summer. I'm at
I would guess that's in the terms and conditions somewhere for Blab, but maybe it isn't. I would be shocked if it wasn't.
Well, I would be shocked if it is. The rebroadcasting.
They probably say something like once you enter a room, it's like you allow yourself to be
recorded.
Yeah, recorded.
But does it say rebroadcast?
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, can you use my image for your movie type of thing? Yeah.
Right. I mean, you just took your shirt off, but now if I rebroadcast that and I put it to my billions of fans that are floating around in my imagination, that's a different thing. You were like, hey, I thought there were 5 people in there. I didn't realize this was going on CNN. You know what I mean? So,
who still holds the copyright?
Roger, I think what it comes down to is I should be your voice. Wait, he still holds the copyright. We figure that out now, the person on camera. He still holds the copyright. We figure that out now. I don't understand. And how come we can't hear you? Please launch Sparko Cam to activate this webcam. How do I do that?
That's one way.
I don't know what happened. Wait, he still holds the copyright. We figured he, meaning...
Who? Who's he?
Yeah, I don't know. It's either me or you. If it's me, he still holds the copyright. We figured that out now. Yeah, let's see. There he is.
Cheerio.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome. Welcome. Long time no see.
Long time no see, man.
What's going on, man?
Not much. Just got done shooting.
Cool. So what that last thing that you typed in, what do you mean by that?
Because it kind of came, hold on, it sounded like this weird face tracking thing.
We can't hear you well.
Hold on. Let me turn it up.
And how come I look like a square and you look like a cinematic movie? Is that because you're using Cam Twist?
That's the Cam Twist.
Okay.
But we'll have to get that going. Is that better? Can you hear me better?
Yes.
Check. All right.
What the heck's going on? Who's?
No, but I was saying with the like copyright ownership, or however you want to say it. Basically, the person who's on film still has a certain right to maintain the fact that they were on the video. So if you were to slander somebody with a video from Blab, then that would not be appropriate. And the reason this came up is there was a huge discussion last week due to some like trolling and things, and it actually went pretty far to the point where some people posted images of some other blabbers onto some sort of a porn site or something like that. And I don't know exactly what happened, to be honest. But it got pretty bad, like troll wise. So I think that's when that came up.
See, and I want to hear that again because I was processing something else in my mind, and at the same time being blown away with your skills. You always blow me away. And I think there should be definitely a path for people to participate online from wherever they are and to be able to monetize just by being guests on shows and things like that. We're not there yet. We got to figure it out. But I got to believe.
I'm trying to figure out what's on my camera.
Hey, Roger.
Yes.
Who's pasted my IM?
Well.
And they already uploaded a GIF and a photo. I'm like, what? Where did they get that?
They made it. this is their these people.
Yeah, but I didn't even see them in this room before. It's like they.
No, they were there. They're still here.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's got a gift maker ready to go. It's the website's called gyazo.com, gyazo.com. Install it. It's in your task manager. You just right click on the GIF, and then you can highlight whatever part of your desktop, and it instantly creates a GIF, uploads it, allows you to right click on it and post it in there within like 2 seconds.
Oh, cool.
Wait, can you say that again? I was Periscope.
It's gyazo.com, Gyazo.
Wait. GYZ, I'm typing it in. GY what?
Gyazo. Gyazo.
AZO.
But yeah, what I was saying before is that there was a lot of trolling last week, and it was because I don't know who exactly did it or what. I just heard about it, but there was some videos now on YouTube that are not very appropriate, but it just reminds you that this is a public platform, pretty much.
Right, but the question is this. So if I go, David, also I am benign early brewer. Yes.
Wow, you got them using like your catchphrases.
Absolutely. Listen, send an email to coffeebeforebed@gmail.com and tell me that you want to be a brewer, an early brewer, and you're in. That's literally was the first step.
They're pretty strict guidelines, Roger.
Well, that was the only guideline. No way, and that was how they became it. Look, admit you like the show Coffee Before Bed, and you too can be an early brewer for that matter. But the idea is that the early brewers are helping figure this stuff out, and somehow, someday, whether it's just a couple extra passes to a couple extra online screenings or whatever actuates from my mind in order to film. I love these GIFs that you made. And
because let's be honest, even if this never turns into anything, Roger is funny as fuck to just watch, right?
That's an excellent point.
Because he's got a personality that's just intriguing.
He does. Is that email correct, Roger?
coffeebeforebed@gmail.com. Yeah.
Okay.
And what I'll do is I'll respond and I'll add you to a circle in Google Plus. And then at least this was a way for me to keep track of the early brewers. But I'm going to change my system for that ultimately because it's a little archaic having to do it this way. But at least it's a list, and if I disappear for another month or two until I can get all the pieces set up. You got to remember, I built a company called Movie in a Box, which streamlines the entire process of filmmaking for me as a filmmaker. And some of the pieces are available to people, such as, hey, here's all the gear you need. Just use the tools. It's the whole plumber's truck filled with everything.
By the way, David, how long have you been on Blab? 27 days about?
Yes, like 20, I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
right around there.
Profiles is 27 days. But no, just like a general recommendation for Blab is that you get yourself, first of all, a desktop screen recorder. And anytime you go onto Blab, you always have that program open and a GIF maker. Because number one is that you're ready to capture any moment, whether it's on record or not, depending on whether it's positive or negative. Because I've seen some funny shit happen here. And I'm lucky that I always had that button ready,
So is it clear how you can use it though? Like if there's something funny, can I just like embed it on my website?
No.
So what? So it's just for personal laughter.
Well, you can use it here in Blab.
Okay.
Honestly, it's a little bit vague still about some of these things, like because there's no real sort of terms of policy like that are very concrete. It's in right now. So, the company itself is extremely vague about what their policies are in that direction too, because they don't want to set themselves in stone with anything right now that could bite them in the ass later.
Yeah.
Anything about this company? It's an $850 million company. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I know they got a shitload of capital.
Who's $850 million?
They sold. I don't know if you know a lot about Blab, but Blab was basically is owned by this guy Michael, who basically sold a social network in the late mid 2000s to I think it was like the Facebook or something, but and basically sold it for $850 million and then bought it back for $1.2 million 7 years later. He then rebuilt it and then stopped doing that and built this company instead out of a think tank called Monkey Inferno. And they couldn't come up with anything, so they basically just kicked out all the young people in the office and had them come up with something in 2 weeks, and this is what they came back with. So they dropped every other project they had and put all their power into this. Now they just purchased another company under them, which was more of a skills acquisition of the sound engineering company, in order to pull more podcasters on here. So their goal is to make blabbing bigger than podcasting, and they pretty much want to provide you with a platform that has the best video and audio quality with the lowest amount of data streaming.
Yeah, because that's I'm a podcaster. I produce podcasts, and that's what bothers me about Blab, and that's why I would not use it right now, is because the audio file that you get, number one, it's only one track, so you can't adjust levels with different guests. But then there's...
Let me show you my desktop when I'm blabbing. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see what they come up with if they want to be bigger than podcasting, because that's quite a feat.
Jens, let me it's going to seem weird, but let me keep us focused here.
We are focused.
A desktop screen recorder is one thing you should do, and there was a second thing you said you should do.
This is what my desktop looks like. So on the left here, this is my ManyCam running. Up here I have a mixer, so I'm taking each individual channel in. I can also route in 3 hardware channels and 2 actual audio channels. Then right behind that, I actually have a mixer with turntables, which pops up right here if I want to start jamming in some music into it, get the crowd going a little bit. So it's just like, this is my little blab setup in that sense. And then I also have, you can see there's the little screen recorder up here. And then down here in my menu, you just need to right click for the Gazo thing once it's installed. Just right click this, select capture GIF, and bam, you got yourself. It records the 7 seconds or whatever here. And then it uploads it for you, so that way you can actually post it. Because you can't directly post from your computer. You can only post a URL linking to something.
I mean, Roger, don't you think that's all kind of rudimentary, though? I'm looking for something a little more advanced.
What's rudimentary about it? Oh, okay.
No, it's amazing. So let's break this out here. You were saying you need a desktop.
That's how you get the quality out of this.
So we talked about you mentioned a desktop screen recorder. You mentioned Nanny. Is it just called Nanny, right?
Download, what's it called? ManyCam doesn't run on Mac, so you need to stick with CamTwist. But the desk recorder I use is called, where's it at?
Oh, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, it's really interesting though, because I've been trying to figure out this whole copyright thing too, like who owns what content. It's really kind of odd.
Well, that's ultimately why I need my own show, so that everything in this room, all 3 people have already signed the agreement. That's ultimately what the guests would sign or the participants would sign, knowing that they're on the path that.
Yeah, I mean, and you honestly don't even need them to sign it, because a verbal agreement would hold in the case of law. So if you record a verbal agreement prior to starting to film, before anyone begins acting or creating any type of content that you want to use, that already holds up in the court of law.
Yeah, listen, I always am telling people, hey, I'm recording. The fact that it says it's recording over there, it may be enough.
They have to agree, not you telling them.
Okay, well, right. So, once again, just for do I have both of your permission? Do I have to do it on every show? You know what I mean?
This is not right now. This is not that time. Like, I'm not, we're just chatting about how to do this. Like, I'm saying, like,
of course. But I'm just saying, in practice, you got to mention this.
In practice right now, Blab has permission to record me because I'm accessing their website. Whether or not I wanted to tell the world what my desktop looks like at the moment, no. But if I was to join your show, I would totally give you the rights. But that's not what we're doing right now. We're just flowing ideas, you know?
Absolutely. But in your mind of minds right now, you know, I'm periscoping this right now.
Yeah.
And ultimately would rebroadcast this on a YouTube in a cut down version of this show. So as long as I have you here, I might as well say, hey.
Yeah, but this isn't really a show. Who the hell is going to watch? You don't want to put up bad content under the name of Coffee Thing. I mean, this is not something that you want to watch. You want to come out with a bang. You know what I mean? So yes, earlier that was funny as fuck. So that might be cool. But this is just a conversation about how to do this stuff. You know?
No, I understood. But you never know when the next zinger is going to zing.
Hence, next time, or when you because you just said you don't want to be consistent either. Like I've already watched over the 100 days I've been here. I've watched so many people come and go, drop shows, and the people that are consistent every week go. You know, like my show's grown over the last 4 weeks. Every week I get 5-6 more people. So last week I was sick, I couldn't do it. But first week it was 10, second 15, third was 25. And it just grows.
Absolutely.
You really gotta pay attention to the times too. You got a good time slot, because if you look around right now, there's really just a bunch of bullshit going on. People sitting around bored to death, jabbing in their beds. So if you can make something happen that's entertaining and at the same time everybody knows about it, you got something going here.
Absolutely. So,
by the way, David.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add you on Twitter. I'd love to chat with you about your production of podcasting sometime.
I'm in. I'll do it.
Oh, you produce me?
No. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Just want to know what goes into it.
For someone like
would you say it's as much work as putting on something like he's trying to do, or what? I mean, what is a podcast?
I mean, there actually. The tech stuff is you would figure out probably in a matter of hours, if that. But the production side is just dealing with hosts. I'm just starting my third different series right now. It's almost like coaching.
Yeah,
you gotta coach people too, and
because they're really stepping it up right now. They're really, I don't know if that's how you found this place, but they are literally going after podcasters. They're teaching. I don't know if you saw earlier, but they had a couple. I think they're pretty well-known podcasters that were here for the podcast day.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how people, once someone takes the leap and tries to advertise in a Blab show, if they want to just put maybe GIFs in the chat as their advertisement, or they just take a 30-second break and start talking about their sponsor.
That's already happened.
Is it? I haven't seen it yet.
Brian Fanzo brought all of, who Brian Fanzo is?
Yes.
Yeah, he brought all of his, I think it's he has 15 different little hour shows throughout the month or whatever, but he basically signed all his contracts from Google Plus over to this platform. And he always thanks his sponsors at the beginning, and it always says sponsored by in his tag. So people have already begun to monetize it. It's not everybody, but it has, And I do know someone who's sending me some cell phone cases, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's still, I don't know. I'm very excited to see where it goes. I listen to all my podcasts when I walk or when I work out, and I have a podcast feed Podkicker, and I'm not going to break away from that because Blab Mobile sucks still. So will it ever reach a place where the audio is just so awesome that it compares to podcasts?
I think
when you get separate, will Blab send you 4 separate audio tracks that you can mix? I mean, that's totally necessary because people's volumes are not always the same. And one track needs compression, the other one's fine. You need that to create a great audio file. So,
have you seen the website of the technology they acquired?
I have not. I mean, everything you said about it was all news to me.
I'm gonna look here real quick.
Yeah, paste that link in there. I'm curious.
It sounds pretty fascinating, and I think that part of it was that they hired them, for the brains too, because I asked Sean this morning that the CEO was on, and I asked him, I was like, so does this mean that we're gonna have seamless audio without any type of delay,
Right.
and any of that? And he's like, Ian's like, honestly, that's really fucking difficult, but it sounded like that's what they're pretty much trying to do, And
Yeah,
I feel
it
like
is.
that's what they have to do.
I can't figure out how they're going to do it. That's why I want to see it.
Yeah, let's see. Where's this? How does? Oh, there's. Okay, so their blog is basically on Medium. So here, I'll send you the blog address. I think it's like the second one down. It's called.
I'm telling a little bird.
Did you notice the co-host feature, Roger?
No, I haven't checked it out yet. How do we do that?
So basically, you can now select anyone by highlighting over their icon if you're the host, and you can actually make them a co-host. That way, if you wanted to leave the blab or so, then it wouldn't have to turn off.
Oh, okay. They finally built that. So how do I do that? So I hover over you.
Yeah, see, then you can click. Now, the one thing that they need to fix, though, with it is that one co-host can kick another co-host out. So say if you made us both co-hosts, and we got in an argument, I could just boot him.
All right.
You know what I mean? See, so now I'm co-host. So if you leave now, the blab actually keeps going, and I'm able to accept people into the room. The only thing that I can't do is change the recording or the topic.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they stopped doing the topic because people were maliciously putting topic. Like, they literally jump in the room, put the topic to something obscene, and hop back out. So
I'm just going to take you off just out of practice.
Yeah,
sure. And then...
But it's great for when you actually are, hosting a show, and you do want somebody to, like a podcast, for example, you have a co-host or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can have someone watching the chat while you're actually paying attention to what's going on the screen.
It's interesting because I took you off, but it didn't tell people that you were no longer the co-host.
It did on my end.
It did in your...
it pops up, right? Like, you'll see it if you go on another blab, but it pops up at the bottom of the screen and says, "You've been made co-host," and then it comes up, "You have been taken from co-host."
Here, I'll make you a co-host, and then you can dump me from the show and bring me back.
No, you can't dump the main host. You can only dump other co-hosts. But
right.
Now I can also make new people co-hosts. So if I want to, I can actually hover now over David here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, see, now David is also a co-host.
Got it. So now I can...
You always hold the ultimate power.
Got it. So you can't just boot me.
No, you can't just boot the main guy, but...
Jens, check out that link I pasted. Is that legal, what I just did there? I just embedded that GIF.
Yeah.
That's totally legal?
Oh, yeah.
What
if it was of you?
No.
Then it's not legal?
Well, I mean, legal, yes, but depending on whether or not I approve of it. I don't know what the exact rules are, but if it was like, if I didn't want it on there and I would consider it slander, then yes, you'd have to take it down.
All right. Could he take it down out of the could we take it out of the text right now? Is that possible?
Yeah. They can remove it. So you can people have had content removed if they want to.
That's that trash can right there. If I hover over it, if he was complaining and saying take that down, I could take it down.
Just write help and they take it.
You can remove stuff that people say in the chat.
What's that?
Is that what you were saying? If you're the host, you can remove stuff that people type in?
Yeah.
Okay.
It has a little trash can box next to it now.
Gotcha.
You can do it too. You see it? If you go on the right-hand side and move your mouse up and down, there's little trash cans that appear.
All right, we'll see you later. Have a good time studying.
But you can only do it from the point that you became the co-host. So if you weren't co-host at the time that the comment was posted, you can't delete it.
So, yeah.
So see how you can do it with the last couple there?
So my question...
Yeah, the trash can just showed up for test.
Yeah, see, so I can go, boom, like delete it.
Cool.
So all these features are really starting to come together to, first of all, make this platform safer, because there has been some kids on here and stuff like that, And I'll send you a link on Twitter if you want, and you can see the shit that went down last week. There's definitely a few less people on Blab now, thanks to last week.
Oh, what, they kicked off a lot of people? Is what you're saying?
Yeah. We had quite an interesting pedophile on here who tried to argue the point that it's okay to sleep with 14-year-old girls. And I don't know, just some weird stuff that happened. So I'm really glad that they're bumping up some of these kind of security measures in that sense. And, you know, I wasn't there for the whole thing. I'm not trying to judge it, but that's kind of the summary that everyone is talking about.
There's nothing to judge it. That's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I guess there was then a video made about one of the other people in the room who was having a conversation with him or something. And during the conversation, the other person said something like, "Oh, you know, when I was 20 or something, or when I was 18, I did something with a 17. I don't know, something like that they were talking about." And then the original person made that into a YouTube video and posted it. So that is where this whole like argument about what is slander and what's able to be posted or not, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like I certainly know with the whether I go with the improv blabber or another branding of that. I'm not looking to punk people. I'm looking to make films, and that's what I explained to Jessica. And you saw the conversation that night. It got heated. She was coming at it from all the, well, I'll let her tell you her angle because we're all going to get back on here. I talked to Jessica today. I've kept in touch with her since we filmed, and I think you guys are going to flip when you see how good what her and Dina did in front of the lens. And
dude, they're amazing. I mean, I started watching their periscopes after that, and they were just fucking funny together.
Absolutely. And
but did she end up getting a job now and like quit live streaming?
Did she? No, I was watching. But she's still live streaming.
Periscope.
I saw her on Periscope today.
Okay, because this was maybe almost a month ago now. It was shortly after I last saw you, but she had posted something saying that she found a job or something in some sort of executive position, and she didn't want to do the streaming anymore because of, possible wrongful whatever outlooks on her or whatever career-wise. I don't know.
I mean, if you watch her content that she makes, I could see how she might, it might conflict with what she does in the real world. But I'm not. See, I don't even want to comment on that stuff because I just don't know.
No, I don't either. But I know that you can comment on the fact that, people misinterpret a lot of things. So if someone's joking or something, you can very easily take that out of context, and I think that's for anybody who's going into a business type, career life or whatever, has to sort of beware of that.
Yeah, especially if people are rebroadcasting things and so, the bottom line is here's a little insight, since there's not a lot of people watching right now. This ultimately, the not periscoping, but the blabbing, I'll use for the live portion of my talk show. And my talk show, Coffee Before Bed, would be a YouTube version of not even this. It would be what would be funny about it. It's when I look. I don't have this camera going up here, but every time I look up here and I say a joke into the camera, it's that joke, the next joke, the footage, the joke, the footage, the joke.
Yeah, where's your other camera today?
Which one?
I don't know. You always had a camera.
I have it. I mean, you're talking about
you were just
this one.
You were so distracted by that damn camera. I was about to smack you sometimes.
I know. You know what I have right now? I think I could show you this and pull this off.
Because I feel like that's my job in all this, to keep you on the freaking line.
Absolutely. I don't know if I can make this happen.
I'm like kidding, but
no, I know. But see, I have this phone right there.
Oh, nice.
On that screen. So, but now I'm wondering.
I don't get that. Let me be honest with you. I think that is the stupidest way to repurpose this content.
Probably. But it's the way that I started.
Because an audience that's willing to watch a blab through a phone, through another stream, is really not the audience that I want.
Well, it's the audience where Coffee Before Bed was invented on Periscope, and I've got 375 or something followers on there who are
You don't
interested.
think they can click and come over here?
What's that?
You don't think they click and just come over here and watch it?
No, I don't. I think you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And I think Blab is a whole nother platform that people just don't understand. And until they try it, it makes more sense. And until they get in front of the bright lights and call themselves a host, they're just a watcher. And there's a lot of, I think, steps that have to happen.
But you have to have a lot more watchers in order for us hosts to exist.
You have to what?
You have to have a lot more watchers in order for the host to exist and have a place to be. Because if we don't have an audience to broadcast to, none of us are going to sit here and spend hours creating content and then another hour or two a week putting that content out there if there's nobody watching.
Well, once again, I only need a couple people to witness the fact that I really didn't know what this thing was when we started each one of the things. And that's
No, but in the end, if you want to monetize it, you need people. In order for a brand or a sponsor to come in, they want to see statistics, which is another thing that's coming up, is that at the end of your blab, you're going to be able to see how many people were in there. At which point in the blab, during the video recording, did you get props? At which point did the comment come in? All that's going to be seamlessly put together. That way you can actually provide that information to somebody who may sponsor you.
That's cool to know that they're going to do that. I know that some of those stats are already there, just like how many, not the fields, but there was one other one if I remember. It's been a while since I've been on Blab, so it's good to be back. But it's
By the way, it's not fields anymore because that got taken out due to someone feeling that it was inappropriate for people to say that they're feeling them up. So it's now props. So stupid.
So stupid. Props.
But it's cool. Then you know who all the OGs are because we all still say fields.
Yeah.
You tell like who's new when they say props.
Yeah, I mean, even Sean was like, "Yeah, I'm feeling you up."
Yeah, Sean still says it.
Yeah.
I think that was when he was in that interview with him and Michael, right? Birch.
That's
when it happened because Michael Birch is the main investor. He's the billionaire behind all this. And he's the one who said it. He said, "Oh my God, people are feeling me up." And then I guess afterwards he realized what he said. And so they caught themselves and quickly got rid of it.
Interesting.
It's funny how stuff evolves,
Or devolves.
All right, I'm out, guys. I got to roll.
David.
Hey, brother, it was nice to meet you.
Coming back.
Sometime.
Tim Dazzle just joined Twitter, I think. So I'm going to go check out what's going on over there.
Tim Dazzle did?
I think he joined Twitter already. So I'll go check it out.
Did you make a Twitter account for Tim Dazzle?
I
don't know. All right. Cool. So
let's head out too, brother. Let's chat. I'm tired as fuck.
All right. Well, we'll keep it going, and just know that I love that you're part of this whole thing from the get-go, and we got to figure this out step by step by step. And
no, I'm timidly watching.
Timidly watching. Well, keep timidly watching, and I'll keep timidly.
No. I'm looking forward to seeing what you did with the girls for sure.
It's already in the can. I have to edit it. It's all sunk up, but it's not. I haven't even watched it back yet, and part of it is because I just want to line it up, and we can start to go through it. I want to have Jessica on the show and Dina on the show, and let them talk about it and the experience of it. And then I think people will have seen a full lap of it. And then we'll see if people are interested in getting involved.
There you go, bud.
Let's wrap it up. It's last sips on peace on Coffee Before Bed, everybody. Thanks.
Coffee. Cheers. Clink.
Right. Clink. And we're going to get some real coffee cups someday that say Coffee Before Bed and all that stuff. So down the path. Thanks again for watching, guys. And anyone want this seat before we bail? All right. I don't think so. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching Coffee Before Bed. That is cold coffee. Out.